How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Davey on everything, and welcome back to the podcast. Everything is broken. I'm Davey. This is my boy Dan3TV.
What up? It's Dan. Thanks for joining us on episode 4. We're just gonna go right into it this week, get the ball rolling, and keep you guys entertained. Thanks for talking about nothing last week. There's lots of fun. We're gonna keep doing the same thing this week. So
You think there's gonna be more effort? No, you're wrong. But one thing I kind of was thinking we could talk about is because I don't know if we've ever really talked about this or anything, but I kind of want to talk about ghosts. Honestly,
ghosts.
How you feel about ghosts and the
believe
paranormal? Fuck, me neither. One of us have to believe in it, or it's just like, yeah, fuck, it's fake.
I believe in like spirits, but not ghosts.
Isn't that the same thing?
No,
It's not. What's a spirit compared to a ghost?
Spirit is like something that's like with you, that's like does unresolved business on like the plane of like living.
That's a ghost, no?
A ghost is something that haunts things though. Like it's like.
Oh, you're splitting hairs here. What if there's spirits that haunt? They're a ghost? Is that like a wizard and a warlock? It seems like it's the same shit with different names.
Close, yeah.
Well, I don't believe in it.
What about Wiccans?
No, Wiccans? I don't believe in magic.
See, there you go.
Or anything like that. Paranormal stuff.
What about the wizard guy, Houdini?
Houdini was an illusionist, magician.
Is that not a type of wizard?
It's a wizard of a type of skill for sure.
Illusionists aren't wizards?
No,
wizards
wizards can be illusionists if they choose to, but they have actual magic. So
imagine you're on a date, right? And you're just like in my shoes here. Like, all right, Dan, going on this date, and you're like, hey, this girl practices witchcraft.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you're like, okay, I've never heard of that. Then in the guy's shoes, if the guy pulls up and he's like, oh, I'm a wizard, I'm practicing wizardry.
Oh man, I don't know. They'd probably get along. Did that happen to you?
No.
Oh fuck, that would have been so cool. Like I've never met anyone that's like genuinely practicing witchcraft. Again, I don't think it does anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen like genuine, really good proof that.
I know people read lots of books. Like there's a whole lot of like.
You can read books all day, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying like, I've never really seen proof of ghosts.
Okay.
Have you? Besides Casper the Ghost, brother, that doesn't count. Ghostbusters, okay. Just as legitimate as the other sources for sure. Like, let me tell you this: a door slamming.
Yeah.
In a dark room.
Gravity.
Is not a ghost, probably. There's probably those. Listen, these shows amp it up like they're about to find all the
shows.
ghosts.
They're so fun to watch. But they're pulling at people's like heartstrings, right?
Yeah,
like, same with like Long Island Medium. You ever
oh my god, I've watched that so many times.
Yeah.
That's fake.
100%, it has to be.
I've watched I don't know these names of people, but I watched an episode of a JRE podcast, and they had this guy on there, and like when he was like in the 80s or something, and he was younger, he like figured out how to like do tricks and like how to trick people and lie to people and stuff. Like he read this book, and he realized he's pretty good at doing like making things look like magic.
Yeah.
When it's bullshit.
Okay.
So I'm like very much paraphrasing here, but basically like he got a good enough name to be like this guy that could pull off like magic, like not magic, like like telekinesis and stuff like that, right?
It's all just guesstimations of the. Of like generalizations, right?
Yeah, basically
someone near you passed away recently.
That's it, man.
Oh, they want you to know that you're loved.
Yeah, do you know?
And you're sorry for all the things.
Everyone has someone that died recently and like pretty well, right? Your whole life.
Yeah.
But this guy he got hired by like a university and maybe like the CIA or something like that, some kind of organization they wanted to study him.
Really?
Because they really believed that he had these gifts.
Take apart his brain and be like, all right, man.
They wanted to prove that he was real. Like that seemed like that was their intention, was to prove that he was the real deal.
Yeah.
And like he let them believe that because he was good, right? So like this is what he did it for 2 years.
Okay.
He volunteered basically with them for 2 years, and they would like study him and a couple other guys. But this is the one example of something he did. On the way there, they're driving him in this car, and there's a briefcase on the ground on the car, and there's another car with all them in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh fuck, what's in that briefcase? So he opens up the briefcase. He realized there was like a gang of spoons, like 100 spoons, the old fucking bend a spoon trick. Okay. They were gonna just keep feeding him spoons until he kept bending them or whatever, until they could find out if he was really bending them.
Yeah.
Feed a guy 100 spoons, he's gonna fuck up the trick once probably, right?
Yeah.
He goes ahead and he fucking bends all the spoons. He bends all the spoons in the case, closes back up and throws it back into the seat. Next day, like they're at the lab or whatever, and they look in the case, all the spoons are bent. They asked him to bend the spoons. That was their first trick, right? Bend all these spoons, and all the spoons were already bent when they opened the case.
Jesus Christ.
And he would go in at nighttime.
Yeah.
like he said it'd be easy to break into this place. You go in through the window and he would just fuck with them, like plant things, move things, and he just fucked with them big time for 2 years. And at the end of it, he told them like they were like announcing this or something, like they were gonna announce this whole thing and all their work, and he told them like, yeah, I was lying for 2 years, and they're obviously pissed.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
They
fuck
spent
that
so
guy.
much money on that. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
all the
2 years.
resources. And
Yeah, so they hate him probably, but he's had a successful career doing shit like that, you know, con shit.
con man, damn. Well, that's one way to make it though, right?
Buddy, he's on Joe Rogan.
Was he?
So yeah, that's
he
where I
made
saw
it.
him. He made it. Coolest podcast in the world. For
Next
now.
Next to Everything is Broken. Second place, right?
Taking the reins eventually, people.
Oh,
Taking the reins. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
But yeah, ghosts, man, I just can't buy into it because to believe in ghosts, you really have to believe in some kind of like afterlife, right?
Yep.
You'd have to assume after we die, we become something else, like something lives off from us.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure really I'm sold on that idea, so how can I really be sold on the idea of ghosts, right?
It's tough because like a lot of people want to believe in ghosts. A lot of people want to believe in like the afterlife. And they want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, this is the way things go. Like this is the reason why you're like this, and
Yeah.
oh, you feel this way because you were this in your past life and shit like that. It's like
People just like
they just like to have generalizations for the way that you are. Or
Yeah,
the
they like to
reason
have reason. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. You got it. They
Yeah.
like to have reason for living and reason for why things happen.
for it. Yep.
Bad things specifically, reasons why good things happen, even though you could just take credit because it's your life.
You can, yeah.
Like when something good happens to me and it's because I did something, I take the credit.
Yeah.
I am not giving it to somebody that I don't even know exists, right? So,
Yeah.
not to attack the Christians or whatever, but
No.
but no, fuck them, fuck the Christians. But yeah, no, I can't get into ghosts. But and then it's like you see, I would like to just see like one legitimate kind of proof, a picture, a video that's like, yes, that's a ghost, 100%. That's what a
Not
ghost.
just a blurry after image effect.
Who knows what
Polaroid.
happens when you click that button,
Yeah.
right? So I'm very skeptical about ghosts.
Well, the whole Poltergeist movie, like way back when, that
Yeah.
had me scared as a kid.
Yeah, that one got you.
That one was like, whoa, like if they're doing this on like Age of Burial Grounds, blah blah blah, like this is real life, like this can happen anywhere.
Yeah,
And then you just go around living your life.
you're right. It never happened to anybody
Yeah.
that we know of.
No,
People say shit happens to them.
it's true, they do.
That's why like UFO sightings were so like just shunned forever.
Oh yeah.
Because wackos just come out and say whatever they want. And
Look
it's
at
not
National
true.
Enquirer.
Yeah.
They still post about it to this day. It's like, oh,
Dude.
Roswell pictures leaked.
My brother, yeah, we know.
Aliens on the planet, man on the moon.
Yeah,
He's
man.
real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking devil's baby,
Yeah.
spawn of Satan.
Or Jesus is on my piece of toast.
Yeah, like come on, man. That's
Remember how much that went
dude.
for?
And people bought those big
Yeah.
time, man.
Oh yeah.
I saw one. It was like it was like a praying, like I don't know if it was like the Virgin Mary or something, but it was at a church in like South America or Brazil or something, and there would be like water dripping off of it. And
Okay.
people were drinking because they think it's a blessing from God or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a sewage leak
No.
from above. A pipe was just pissing on it, and people were like catching it in their mouths, like, thank you, all the blessings, all these blessings, yeah. That's just something I read on the internet. It might not even be true, but yeah. And you know what? I will admit that there's like a whole lot of unexplained things that happen. But you can't just make your own explanation just because it's
No.
unexplainable.
It's convenient for you at the time,
Yeah.
so that's the reason for it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So if something's unexplained, we have the scientific process and all kinds of like methods to explain things.
Yeah.
And maybe then you can't even explain it. There's lots of mysteries you can't explain
It's
as
true.
of now.
Look at everybody losing their mind right now over those new images from that new space telescope.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That I don't know in what capacity, but Canada was very much involved in that
Think so?
telescope. Yeah,
Yeah?
the Canadian maybe engineers or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Google it. I don't know it either. I'm just like I remember reading something very like briefly that we were big time on that thing. So
That's cool.
or I just like to give Canada credit
You give
sometimes.
credit all the time.
It's a great place. But yeah, that was images are amazing, and it's hard for me to like understand. Like you see those images and you don't think like everything here is like so small.
Well, 100%.
Like you gotta really question like ideals and
Existence in the real world.
everything that you just like everything you think is important is very minimalized by something like that.
Deep space exploration.
Dude,
It's
all
like-
those are galaxies.
Yeah, and it doesn't end.
And the size of the known universe, the observable universe, is massive. Like you can't even touch it, and that's all we can see so far.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy. Like if you send a human out there, they like send them back. They're gonna be 100 and some odd years old before they make it back.
At this point, unless you can travel faster than the speed of light,
Yeah.
you can never catch. Like you can never get to the next
Yeah.
system. Like it's damn near impossible,
Yeah.
right? So we gotta come up with that big time. Elon,
Something.
make it happen.
Think Elon's
Speed
the guy
of
for
light.
it? I don't think he's
If
the guy.
anybody, it's Elon.
I think it'll be like some future millionaire.
Oh,
like,
maybe
it'll be like,
yeah.
yeah.
In the future, yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting kind of old.
Right.
Anyways, right? But think about this: like when Elon started SpaceX,
That was his car that went into space, right?
they sent a Tesla into space, but they have a rocket program, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
SpaceX is a massive rocket program they have.
Yeah.
They got the rockets there that can re-land, so you don't waste
Jet fuel.
the hardware. Just the hardware. You know, like when NASA sends them up, they fall into the ocean,
Yeah.
and they still have that.
Yeah.
And Elon sends them up off the pad, sends the shuttle up, and the rocket lands back down on the pad. You can use it again. But what was I going to? Yeah, so they couldn't. This is what he says, anyways. When he started SpaceX, all the good engineers are working for NASA and whatever other space program.
Yeah.
But he needs a rocket engineer. So any of the good ones are taken. Any of the shitty ones you don't want, anyways, right? That's what he said. Like you don't want the worst ones.
No, of course.
Have none. Might as well have none.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna engineer this rocket. I'm gonna be the lead engineer. He has obviously a team of engineers. He didn't build the space program on his own back, right? But
Right. Yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna be the lead engineer of this whole deal. And he took it on. I don't know what extent he actually goes. Like, he's not there I don't know, maybe he is out there
He
fucking
might
programming
crunch
shit,
numbers.
crunching numbers.
Could be writing code.
Dude, the guy works a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Like, you think he sees any of his 10 kids?
He has 10 kids.
He has 9 kids, I think.
9 kids. Oh my god.
Because, like, he's big on, like, he's, like, worried about population collapse.
Okay.
Too, right? That's one of his things. He's worried that the populations it's gonna collapse. Like in the West, anyways, especially, people aren't having kids. So he's worried that that's a problem. Other people are like, oh man, the world's too filled with retards. We gotta like slow this down a bit, but he's on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what camp I'm on because I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about population control or.
I guess economically you need to keep the population growing.
Yeah.
You need future
100%.
consumers, right?
Yep. Yep.
But is that what's most important?
I don't know.
Environmentally, it's probably not
Environmentally,
beneficial.
probably not. No, because like, if every second person has 1 kid, right? Like, do the numbers on that. I know 10 people, and if like 5 of them have kids, there's like they have kids.
They're just making garbage and shitting in
Yeah,
diapers,
exactly.
man. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. We did that. You guys don't have to.
Yeah.
Just don't be born. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. That's a tricky situation. There's so many problems that like could go any way, and who the hell knows how to solve these things?
Well, like I just think of like population like collapse, or I relate that to like feeding. Like, where's all the food coming from, right? Like, if you're thinking about seafood, like look at China, like with the overfishing
Yeah.
they do.
Massive nets,
Yeah.
toss them out, take everything,
They literally do.
burn
yeah.
the rest
Yeah.
in their coal power plants.
Well, whatever it is, right?
China is, man, the real problem for the world.
Oh yeah.
Like they're trying. You know what? It's funny is like governments try to like put it on us. Like me and you are fucking destroying the environment.
You turn that light off.
Dude,
Extra 30 seconds.
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
2 minutes of idling.
like we have LED lights.
Yeah.
They're so efficient.
Fuel
Everything
efficient
is so
cars.
efficient now. Cars are efficient. Like I don't care. Gas cars are way more efficient than they've ever been.
You have it, yeah.
And they're better at cleaning what comes out the other end. So it's like you got China dumping coal into the sky
Yeah.
with all these fucking plants, like manufacturing plants that don't give a shit. There's no regulation. They got people dumping all kinds of heavy metals into the water.
Yeah.
China's the problem.
Constant mercury, like poisoning.
China, you gotta I don't get it. It's communism, I think. It's just births bullshit. That's my theory.
Could be.
That's my theory. It's just like evil people running the show.
Yeah.
That's all. Honestly, that's what it is, man.
Well, it's down to that. Yeah.
People that just love to have power and it's a game, unfortunately. And that's sad because like they have 1.4 billion people in China.
Billion?
Billion. But yeah, man,
4 billion.
that's a lot of people, man. When we were in like high school, they only had maybe 1 billion people. Problem China's gonna have now, or is having now, is they you couldn't have more.
More than
One,
king.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember
and then it's all these males. It's all males, man.
that.
They
Yeah.
have way more males than they do females now.
Yeah.
And now they're just got a whole bunch of dudes that'll never
Have kids.
get laid even.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. That's a problem.
I remember that dark humor Family Guy bit. Remember that? It's like, girl. It was like death. Yeah. He was there.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's a fucked up place. Yeah.
Overfishing.
Oh man, everything evil, and I don't really blame the citizens. I just blame the.
Tyrants that rule the place.
Yeah, they're tyrants. They're authoritarians.
Yeah.
They just run the show. They don't give a shit about like everyone that's there.
I wish I knew more about it. Like I don't like put myself in the world news anymore at all.
Yeah,
Like,
man, China's doing some of the most evil shit, almost in history,
mhm,
and we don't give a shit because they're a superpower.
mhm.
And they have so much money in the West that like you can't say anything. Look at our boy John Cena. That's a lifetime hero of mine, John Cena. I
Yeah,
love the
me
guy.
too.
He had a movie coming out, and I don't know what movie it was now. Maybe Cock Blockers or something.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, it was coming out,
Walkers, yeah.
and they they do promos for each country. Like you just have to go and say all the countries. Like, hey China, go check out my new movie Blockers in theaters December 31st.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, Taiwan, which China doesn't recognize as a country, a sovereign nation. John Cena said that about them, like that they're a country, gave them status in the eye of China. Well, China, next thing you know, John Cena's apologizing in Mandarin on camera, speaking Chinese, apologizes and then apologizes in Chinese, I believe. I haven't seen the video in a while. But he's there looking like a total coward piece of shit because China funds Hollywood, very much so. And that's like, it's not, that's a fact. Like, that's a known thing, right? Chinese money's everywhere. In Waterloo, real estate, Chinese, man.
Yep.
So he had to come out and apologize because he's a fucking coward and he had Chinese money. And they do the same thing with movies, Star Wars. Like, look at Chinese movie posters versus American movie posters.
Yeah.
Nobody says a damn thing about that. They take like, what's his name? Dude, what's the black dude from Star Wars, the new ones?
I just know the character.
So that guy, I'm pretty sure it's him in the movie poster. He's in the front because he's a main character, obviously, and
Yeah,
he's Finn. Yeah, he's a great fucking character.
Yep.
Then, in the Chinese movie poster, he's just gone. Like because they're racist too, right?
Oh, yeah.
And people are cool with like. People are like angry at comedians for making racist jokes.
Oh, yeah.
But then China's like genuinely a racist place. Like they have the Uyghurs, which they're Muslim people. They're not ethnically Chinese, and they occupy like a certain territory in western China, a border, I believe. China wants that to occupy that for their own people because it's important.
Yeah.
And they are a communist nation where everybody is equal and the same, apparently. So they can't have a whole other culture within their culture. And so yeah, they've been like taking these people from their homes and putting them into re-education camps and work camps.
Oh my god.
And maybe you never see them again. Maybe they come home and they're Chinese.
Wow.
And then they just, they're occupying that spot now because they've moved hundreds of thousands, I believe, of these people out of the territory. That's legitimately what Hitler did. Maybe they're not killing as many of them. I don't know. Probably nobody really knows the ins and outs. But that's basically what Hitler did. And Stalin, the gulags, and nobody says a damn thing. You ever see that on the news?
No.
That's a legitimate problem.
I also don't watch the news.
That's going on. I don't watch the news either, but like, if you go on the internet, go on Twitter, it's like, I doubt it's in trending ever.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? It's a humanitarian issue more than any, I bet you, more than any of these causes in the West. And no one, what do you do, right? No one gives a shit. Because it's China.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
I saw that there was a funny video I saw about it was like a white guy that was like born in China.
Oh yeah? And he spoke like a Chinese guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's probably hilarious.
Or light him up in the comments like, what's wrong with this guy? Well,
Because I thought he was being racist,
thought he
right?
was racist,
But he's
yeah.
just Chinese.
He's Chinese.
He's Chinese American.
Yeah.
No, he's American Chinese.
Yeah.
Or wherever he's from, somewhere in Europe maybe.
Yeah.
That's
He
hilarious.
had blonde hair. Like, it was pretty funny.
Damn, yeah. So it would be weird to be like, you wouldn't see that many. I'm sure there's a good amount of white people in China, like they take them for teachers and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
But imagine walking down the street in a sea of Chinese people that are like 5'6", and then you see like just a giant white dude.
Yeah, 6'1", just hanging out. Like,
But yeah, I wonder if they like have any respect for Americans. Like, probably not.
oh nah. I wouldn't think so. Once you're there, you're the minority, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's fair.
yeah.
They probably just like, there's obviously like China doesn't like America,
Yeah.
and like that's definitely part of their propaganda type
Oh,
of shit for the
100%.
people. So yeah,
Remember the movie, The Interview?
yeah, that movie was so
Terrible.
funny,
It
man.
was funny. It was like, yeah, this is like, did you just honey dick me?
yeah, that movie's jokes, but that they did that well too.
Yeah.
And Buddy was such a good Kim too.
Yeah.
Like, that movie is hilarious. Like, North Korea is even more evil in China somehow.
Yeah.
I could go on about, like, I could give you, like, slang out facts of just crazy evil shit that happens in North Korea, and it's like, I could go on, that could be a whole episode.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Mm.
Like, one night when you're not doing shit, just go on YouTube and watch, like, North Korean defector videos. People have left North Korea and escaped. Unbelievable stories. Like, you can't even make, like, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, it's crazy.
Mhm.
The crazy type of culture and, like, just absolute evil shit that happens in North Korea.
Yeah, because I know, like back in like one of my classes, like there was a video of like people running across the border, like, and they would try to shoot them down.
Yeah.
It's like, that's wild to me.
Yeah, man. Dude. It's just like, they don't, it's like maybe a few generations deep now,
Mm-hmm.
the Communist Party
Yeah.
and the Kims ruling. So, like, old people know what the truth is.
Yeah.
But everyone else thinks that he's God and that that the family is divine and they're going to end up in paradise when they die,
His rule, yeah.
right? And it's like, nobody did shit. Like, people's grandparents knew
Yeah.
about that, but it's easier just to sit down. Like, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to call them out. These, like, people that were in those, that's a tough situation to be in. Like, we wouldn't have any idea
Yeah.
here in Canada, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck, you could have done something, man. Because at one point they were young and and that regime happened and they just went with it. It's bizarre to me. Maybe I would do the same thing. Who knows, until you're doing it.
Until you're there, you can't say it.
But, like, just one crazy thing is, like, the North Korea used to get a lot of funding from both China and the Soviet Union when Russia was communist. So when the Soviet Union collapsed in the 90s, or 1990 or whatever, 89, there's no more funding from the Soviets. Well, they were using that funding to poorly feed their people, but feeding them, like putting food out there. Because you can't buy or sell or trade anything because it's a communist country and it's illegal to have markets. You can't trade with your neighbors. So the country was providing food or whatever else you could pick up off the ground, probably technically stealing in their eyes.
Yeah.
But once the Soviet Union collapsed, there was no more money, so the government just said, you're on your own. But any food that you farm it's the government's.
Oh, it's the government's.
They take all the crops, right? And you're just left to figure out, like, how to eat. Like, rats, whatever, anything. You see a fucking leaf there, eat it. Like said, they're constantly starving. You're never not starving. And when you're starving, like, you've been, like, really hungry before, you can't even think.
Yeah.
All you can think about is getting food. So how can you even attempt, now it's too late, how can you even attempt an escape of some kind when you can't even get through one day?
Yeah.
Barely. You have no time to plan so it's like, this is a good example. We give homes, we have jobs and stuff, so we're stable. We're able to do stuff now because we don't have to fight for survival.
Yeah.
We're able to do shit like this. Stuff that's like, this is not a necessary part of life.
Right.
But because we're well off-ish, whatever, we can do shit like this. You don't even think about anything close to this when you're starving every day of your life.
Of course.
Right? That's just insane, man. And, like, what do? You just pick up a turnip. All right, I'll take that. Share it with your brother and
Take a
sister.
bite out of it
Yeah.
before anybody else can.
There's a very famous North Korean defector, and I think her name is Park Sun something. I'm sorry, I don't know the names. But she said like they escaped to China via the sex trade. Her and her mom were sold as sex slaves, and she was like 12 or 13.
Wow.
And her mom luckily took all the sex. I think that was her story. Like her mom like said, don't, just have me. You can have me. Don't have sex with my daughter. I'm sure she did get raped too.
Yeah.
But she said when she went to China, she never saw so much freedom. Think about that.
That's
The
nuts.
Communist Party of People's Communist Party of China is like a freedom haven compared to North Korea. And any defector will tell you that. Like they go to North Korea and they see people with phones and books, and they're like, "What is this wizardry?" They have no idea, and they realize, "Oh shit, I've been fucking bamboozled for years." And then that's when you try to get out of it, right? It's fucking tough though.
Man, that'd be a tough life.
Dude, we're so blessed.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to live in this country, man. It's insane. And that's my point all the time. Like, you have no idea. I used to say it all the time to, like, people that would bitch, remember?
Yeah,
like, imagine the problems you have right now. Now imagine them in Africa.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, exactly.
You would be crying so bad because that's not even a problem. Whatever problems you have are probably not a problem if you live in a developing nation.
Oh, this girl doesn't like me.
Yeah, it's like some bullshit. Oh man, my job doesn't pay me enough. You have a job?
Yeah. You
What?
have money?
Dude, no matter what's going on here, inflation, housing market, whatever.
Yep.
This is still such a beautiful place of opportunity, man. Like, if you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere. Like, it's too easy here compared to... You just gotta work, man.
Have you noticed like the overwhelming surgence of that Andrew Tate guy yet?
Yeah, man.
Everywhere you look, he's just on the internet.
Oh, man, that guy, he's obviously a big-time loser.
But
Like,
he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
And he has some points.
Yeah.
But most of his stuff is just like bullshit.
Spewing
Like,
bullshit,
you're just saying shit to be famous for sure. Like his personality is probably like close to that in real life, but he doesn't. I guarantee like 2 years ago he wasn't saying the wild shit.
No.
He realizes it. People are clicking it.
Yeah.
Because he says some crazy shit. But he has the odd point. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like buying watches like the most lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
Owning casinos or whatever it is. He's like, oh, I bought 15 Maseratis last week. I was like, no, you
He's
didn't.
a liar
There's
for
no
sure.
way.
For sure. He's in that sense. He's definitely a liar.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of money he has. Actually, I was watching something that said that he owned a
Casino.
Was it a casino or a strip club?
Maybe
I don't
both.
know. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with
Yeah.
that guy?
I know he wants to call out Logan Paul for a fight though. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Logan Paul, I hate to say it, would kick his ass.
Logan Paul would, yeah.
Because he's been fighting now for a couple years.
Yeah.
That guy, who knows what he can do?
He's washed up now, alright?
I think, like, Andrew Tate's bigger than me. I could crush Andrew Tate.
You think so?
Most people are bigger than me, but, like, yeah, man. What is he? He's like some privileged dude. We're doing a podcast in his storage locker in Cambridge. Come on. We're not the same. East Gold.
Bones meet iron, right?
Yeah, man. I've seen some shit in my day. Andrew Tate has it.
Gridiron gang.
Gridiron Gang, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, I'm thinking, Longest Yard, sorry.
Oh, Longest Yard with Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz is in that movie.
And then, who's the other guy? The old guy. Burt Reynolds looking guy.
Oh,
It's not Burt Reynolds.
no, I think it's Burt Reynolds, man.
It's,
Yeah. I can't think of the name. I know the guy.
Yeah,
It's
you know the
definitely
guy.
not Burt Reynolds, though. It's like, he was a football player, wasn't he?
he was.
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Damn it.
Brett Favre, will say, just for substitution
Brett Favre.
purposes.
Yeah.
It's not him.
It's not
Don't
him.
listen. Don't go on the IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, it's gonna stay with me.
I should have brought one more beer.
Thank you, Electronic Eric, for the recommendation.
Yeah, he didn't recommend Coors Light
No,
at
yeah.
all, but it's all I had in my fridge, and like we're such slackers sometimes, so I didn't get to the store. But please don't stop recommending things. We'll do them in the future.
Yeah.
It's just we fucked up Sunday, and we're recording Monday again.
Yeah.
So here we are, boys.
Worse things that have happened in the last few weeks too. For everything is broken. I know for like going golf and whatnot, I shot a 120. Last Friday.
That's good for you.
It was pretty.
That's
good.
a good day on the course. That was 9?
It was 18.
Yeah, that was the joke. That was the joke. You're so bad. That 120 is a good 9 for you.
Yeah.
I'm terrible too. Me and Dan are the same.
We went to Maryhill.
Yeah. That place is a dump, but it's a good course. Oh, par 3, and you shot 120. This guy was getting 8s on every hole. Then you just say, "Yeah, it's good, man. You're good. Pick it up. Pick up the ball."
No, a couple of them I gave myself 9s. I was like, nope, I'm too
You just
honest.
committed to it. Yeah.
Gursey's sitting there. He's like, man, like you've been practicing. There's no way you're hitting the ball this straight. I was like, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I go once a year with you boys.
Yeah, that's the thing. We never go. Nick goes all the time on his own.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not that into walking on the golf course anymore. Like playing golf, like I used to. I liked it there for a good while, good couple years, but
walking just sucks in general. I don't want to walk a course ever.
Yeah, I won't walk a course ever again.
Yeah.
That was like the first couple times maybe I walked the course because Nick told me he didn't want to pay for carts, and then he told me it was only I couldn't use one of those bag carts. He said it wasn't allowed because only for old ladies or some shit like that. And I was like, that sounds like a lie, but I'll believe you. I'll slug this bag the whole way.
Yeah. Definitely a lie. I was looking up drivers and stuff too. Some of them were like $400. I was like, holy shit.
Golf shit's so expensive, man. That's why you just go with the garage sale classics.
Yeah, that's what I have now, right?
I basically have that and a couple hand-me-downs I got from Nick, but I'm not putting money into her.
No.
You know, I actually don't have. I'll buy a glove because I like to have a glove, but they're like $10, right?
Yeah, you get them from like Sport Check clearance.
Yeah.
Right?
Or if like I don't have one at the moment, I'll just buy one at the pro shop. It's pretty cheap too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. I just use like Walmart balls and.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just buy the big bucket of 100 of them for $10.
Yeah, they probably weigh 10 pounds more than any other ball.
Why does this ball keep spiking up down like that?
This thing, it just snapped my club in half, man. Where'd you get these things? Yeah, it's just concrete. Yeah, I got them at the wholesale down there. Yeah. Liquidators. Yeah, I think they were just showpieces, man. Yeah. I watched this shit called like Dr. Death.
Okay.
And this guy was like he was a surgeon in Dallas, Texas. And he went to this crazy school and he had this crazy resume going like as a young man, you know, coming up in the surgeon world.
Yeah.
He had a good resume, but he was a spine doctor, a spinal surgeon.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to have so many like hours logged, so many surgeries of the blah 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 to specialize.
Right.
So he basically did the minimum amount of spinal surgeries to qualify as a spinal to get like a residency or whatever doctors do.
Yeah.
But he was a fucking butcher. Like he didn't know anything about doing spinal surgeries or anything. So, and here's the thing, like basically it's kind of like an MBA contract. Like these people, the doctor will sign up with the hospital and they know that they're going to make a ton of money off spinal surgeries. Whether he fucks them up or not, they're getting paid.
Right.
So once he signs that contract, they're kind of locked in because if they fire him, they risk a lawsuit and he's probably going to win because it was wrongful dismissal of the contract. So they keep this guy on, I don't know, 30 surgeries or something. He butchered all these people's backs. He made his best friend a paraplegic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. He didn't know what he was doing. He would like grab on stuff. And he would have other surgeons in there with him, helping. And they were telling like the board and stuff like, yo, this guy's a hack. You can't let him do surgeries. He's fucking everyone's backs up.
Yeah.
He left a sponge. He like punctured some dude's like something in his neck. So he put a sponge to hold the blood from going, and he just sewed it up with the sponge in.
Oh my god.
Because he didn't know how to solve it. But he acted like he was an all-star of surgery, like he was the LeBron James. He was like so cocky, he thought he was top shit, but he fucked up like 30 backs or something. No idea. People are like loose their whole left side, and like they went in for like simple, I got a crushed disc. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is just be careful who you let touch your spine.
Yeah.
Because you only have one, man, and they can fuck it up so bad.
100%.
Right.
Like a slipped disc or a herniated disc or whatever it is, like.
Be careful, you get to fix that shit.
Displacement, even like that gel that's in the middle of it, anything like that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. This is a public service announcement brought to you by the Everything's Broken podcast.
We're not doctors.
But we're not doctors. We still have the sign up. It still has the proper spelling. And if anyone tries to tell us otherwise, I'm gonna close this podcast down. So don't you dare. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this episode. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming by and watching the last couple episodes. Our episode 3 actually is done pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was a total shit show of a launch. It took me way too much time and I fucked up a lot of things. But people watch it anyways. It's doing good, so thank you for that.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and if you guys could come, and it would mean a lot to us if you could comment on the video, just say anything. Like, you could put a period in there, for all I care. A space. Hit space, enter.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, thank you, bless you. Please. But anyways, guys, comment. If you could subscribe to the channel, we're getting up there a little bit. We got 17 now.
Yeah.
And if you could like this video, it's so easy. You just have to take your mouse and go, boop, and click. And it helps us a lot, even if you hate us. And actually, if you hate us, don't you dare click that button. Fuck you. Don't you dare. But anyways, guys, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be back next week with another episode. Until then, I'm Davey on everything.
Dan&Davey TV.
Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you guys next week.
Big cheese, no design on my jacket. Work hard, now I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hear that racket. Dogs came in, you know how to stack it. Don't take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know you stay 10 toes.